Tony, he's Mike, and we're here to do a quick and dirty on an anime film that was recommended to us by one of our viewers, all 15 of you.
85 apparently now.
And the title of this one is A Silent Voice.
Yes, also called The Shape of Voice in Japan for whatever reason.
I'm sure that's probably what the actual.
Thing
I was going to say I think that was probably the translation, but then A Shape of Water came out, and they were all like, "Oh, we're going to brand this differently so people don't think we're trying to get in on that."
I should say Shape of Water, but whatever.
But they did. And
anyways, so directed by Naoko Yamada, produced by Kyoto Animation, written by Yukio Yoshida, based on a manga the same name, written and illustrated by Yoshida Ama. I butchered those translations. I don't speak Japanese, so sorry.
In short, it's the story of a bunch of school kids, and a deaf girl shows up as a new student, and then there's some really heavy shit that happens throughout the rest of the movie. It starts with the making fun of, then it progresses to the bullying, then it progresses to one of the students getting moved to another school where, because he's the new kid, he's the one that becomes bullied, and he kind of actually starts to come to terms with the shit that he did that wasn't so kind, and then he tries to kill himself, and then he tries to repent for what he's done, to right the wrongs, and he finds out it's not that simple a process, and he also finds out that the deaf girl, because of the bullying that she's received and everything that she deals with suicidal thoughts as well. I'm not going to spoil the ending of this one because it got me.
Yeah.
It got me in a big way.
The Japanese know how to do drama proper. I mean, because we've watched 3 animes now. Well, four actually.
Yeah.
But 3 of them have been drama.
Yeah.
Very heavy drama. And they're just executed so well.
Yes.
Because they get it right. They don't sugarcoat this shit.
No.
They get to the heart of the matter. They don't pull any punches with this stuff. Even though these, are kids, elementary school kids at first as they're portrayed, and then, high school kids as they get older. They nail the social goings on in a setting with kids, how the friends relate, and then how they'll kind of betray or turn on each other or run away or deflect or
go along with the crowd.
Yeah.
And whatever's most convenient, whatever's the safest bet for them. And I, for a long time I was like, I don't get why the prominence of anime at this point. I don't. But now, after watching some of these movies, I completely get why the average teen demographic is completely engulfed in that whole thing right now, because you're absolutely right. They get it. And the other thing is that no sugarcoating. They don't treat teenage characters like they're stupid.
No.
They're all very realized characters, and they're all just handled in such complex and compelling and interesting ways.
Like real people.
Yeah.
Surprise. They're not tropes. They're human fucking beings.
Yeah, it's completely the anti-Disney.
Yes,
exactly. That's the best way that I can put it, is because, my kids grew up in the Wizards of Waverly Place and all the bullshit teens crap that was on the Disney Channel and all that, and Nick and you're absolutely right. They're always tropes. They're always this, and the main character is always the person doing the right thing all the right time, and blah blah. And there's always a heartfelt lesson at the end, and those lessons are always sugar-coated bullshit. And this is not that.
No, not at all. Our main character is a very flawed character.
Yeah.
He's kind of the popular kid in the class. He was teasing the little girl. He took a little bit too far and severely regretted it later.
Yeah.
And then, him dealing with that stuff after the fact, just so freaking heavy.
Yes.
And a lot of that stuff was like in his own mind, how he had the X's in front of the face. Was like, I can't associate with these people. I can't identify with them, or they can't identify me.
Yeah.
Vice versa. And then as he opens up, the X's fall off and he can interact. But there's plenty of times too where
The
he makes a
X's-
step forward, but then he takes a step back and the X's come right back up, and it's like, man, that is so well done and so well
Yes.
portrayed and executed.
I didn't know how you were going to feel about this one. And I was like, I'm watching this, and like I got done watching it, and I was like, I loved this movie. I genuinely like enjoyed the hell out of this movie. So I was like, I don't know how Mike is going to sit on this one, but I'm going to say this, and I'm saying this right now on camera. The scene after the firework festival got me. I broke down. And I'm trying to watch what's going on, and I'm crying while I'm watching what's going on, and I'm having a real hard time because I'd never seen this before, knew nothing about this, and I thought, okay, that's the end of the movie. Is this how the movie's going to end? So it nailed me, and then it only gets heavier from there. And but at the end, it's an immensely satisfying ending. It's an immensely believable ending to this. It doesn't feel contrived or overly saccharine or bullshitty.
Yeah.
Is what it all boils down to. So I don't remember who recommended this, but thank you so much for recommending this.
It was either Diane or Kiki.
Okay, I don't know who.
One of the two, because they recommended previous animes.
Yeah, I gotta say, I never would have probably picked this one up off the video.
No, I wouldn't have either.
And I so thrilled that I watched it, and I'm just like really enjoy the hell out of this.
Yeah, I did too. It's super heavy, and it's a drama to the core, and it's very, I mean, it's really very chick flicky for I think a lot of people is how it comes across. I'd call it chick flicky.
I wouldn't.
But,
I would call it a serious drama. I don't know that I would call it chick flicky because it's really not. It doesn't fall into the chick flick tropes. And it is a drama though. It is very much a drama, and it is.
But
very character centric. Not
it's going to be
action-centric.
something I think more female people would watch. Now, having said that, if you're a man, you can watch this movie. It's okay. It's cool.
Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah. You'll live and you'll learn something from it. It's all right. You can do this. You can watch this. So it is an absolute recommend for me. My only real critique on it though is it's long.
It is.
But all these movies, animes that we've been watching
Yeah.
recently are long. They're like 2 hours or a little bit longer. But it wasn't fatiguing. I wasn't like looking at my phone like good God, how much longer is this movie going?
At no point, I was questioning where's this movie going, but at no point was I saying how much longer does this have left.
Now, one thing I did notice though too after this one is like about 2/3 of these animes there's a twist, or some type of surprise that pops up. So just about everyone we watched so far has been like that.
But you're completely right. But I don't. Even if I had gone in knowing that, I don't know that I would have ever predicted this.
No, you're not going to predict what it is,
yeah.
but just know that it seems like in most animes, about 2/3 of the way through, something's going to pivot.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it's going to affect you.
Well, yeah, this one pivoted like 3 times, like throughout. So and brilliantly.
Yeah.
Brilliantly, and everything about it was believable. This is an absolute recommend for me. I don't care. What you got dangling, but just this is
or not dangling between your legs.
or not dangling. Yeah, no, just absolutely. This is a film you absolutely should watch, bar none. I have no reservations about recommending this to anybody.
And it's free on Netflix right now, so there you go.
You have no excuse. It doesn't even cost you $2.99 or $3.99 to rent it. You should just throw it
$20
on.
a month.
So I'm just, and like I said, this movie got me. So if you're one of those people that are like you don't want to cry, if movies don't make you cry, this one got me, and I'm one of those. I am not like one of those I go and cry at movies. No, but this one nailed me. So just know that one going in. There's some really upsetting stuff. But anything else you want to add? Anything else you got to say about this one?
No,
No?
we got it.
No? All right. Well, that's
See you guys
all I
for the
got.
next one.
Keep recommending those movies.
Yes.
We will watch them.
See you next time.